Shaylee Calloway. Color guard instructor is Kayla Shirley, and percussion tech Zach Carter. Ladies and gentlemen, in honor of our military veterans and our first responders, the mighty band from Beatrice land will perform our national anthem. God bless America. God bless the mighty band from Beatrice land. Beatrice welcomes our friends and family from Plattsmouth, home of the Blue Devils. Here they come, the gladiators of the gridiron, the orange and black attack of Beatrice High.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Cam Jurgens Field at the House of Orange, here to kick off the 2026 Beatrice football season here on Beam. Beatrice is led out by Coach Wade Halverson, beginning the era here at Beatrice. And tonight they'll be faced with a tough challenge from a returning 1,500-yard rusher in Levi Walker. We will see what this new team under Coach Halverson has in store for us. I'm Hunter Zarbanicki here with Dakota Freetag on the...
Yeah, this is going to be a huge...
Well, Plattsmouth here comes off a 5-5 season in 2025, and as I mentioned, returns a running back that led Class B in several statistics last year. Coach Curtis Larson, fun fact, he played at Peru State, which is where Coach Halverson previously coached. And like I said, tonight's going to be a lot about how does Beatrice slow him down. There's a lot of new faces on this Beatrice roster, both on the offense and defensive sides. Dak, what are your keys to the game here as we get ready for kickoff?
I mean, obviously, you got to slow down the run game for Plattsmouth. I mean, you got to think Beatrice is going to stack the box and do all that. So if you control that, if they beat you through the air, they beat you through the air. I mean, that's the main key here. You want them to be in third and longs. That's the main key.
And we will see early on how that plan works. Plattsmouth did win the toss. They chose to defer to the second half. So Beatrice will start with the ball going from the north to the south.
There's nothing better than the first kickoff of football season.
I'm with you, Dak. It's finally here. You wait a long time for it. The month of August just seems to drag on, and here we are, Friday night football, and tomorrow we got week 0 college football, and we're off and rolling. Kicking off for Plattsmouth is number 5, Jason Todd. Ball is returned by number 10, Carson Hanshaw out to the 27-yard line where Beatrice will take over 1st and 10 for the first drive of the season. At quarterback for Beatrice is number 1, the sophomore, 6'2", 180-pound sophomore, Colt Rini, who will be under center. Dak, I got a chance to watch Colt play here in their scrimmage, and Colt does some good things both with his arms and his legs.
It'll be interesting to see how much they run and pass in this. If it's 50-50 split or what they're going to do, if they're going to air it out.
5 wide here to start. Man in motion. Ball's handed off to Hanshaw. Around the right side, a flag is thrown. In first play of the game, we have a hold. After a loss of 1 on the play by Hanshaw.
What I've noticed so far, just early thoughts of the game, is Plattsmouth has a big D-line down there.
Yeah, they do. Plattsmouth only has 41 guys in their roster here tonight. They have 10 seniors, 8 juniors, 8 sophomores, and 15 freshmen, compared to the 61 on Beatrice's roster heading into the game. Second play is a pass. Scramble by Colt Rini out of the pocket. Picks up about 10 yards back on the play to get to the original line of scrimmage. That's what I mentioned earlier with Rini. He's got some legs and some mobility there. The pocket collapsed on him and was able to get some positive yardage there, picking up 10 on first down.
Yeah, that's great to see, because you got to think with that D-line, the pocket's not going to be great all the time, that he can get out there and move.
Four-man front from Plattsmouth. Run there swallowed up for no gain. That's Logan Schaaf on the carry. To bring up 3rd and long for the Orangemen.
Ball carried by Logan Schaaf. No gain in play. 3rd down and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Coach Halverson down there in long sleeves and long pants. It is a beautiful night here at the House of Orange. It's a little toasty, but it definitely has been worse at the end of August. Rooney back to pass. Dumped down. Pass is caught by Hanshaw. A flag is thrown. Pickup of about 3.
Tackle made by Kent Jackson.
Holding again on Beatrice. I believe Plattsmouth will decline the penalty to bring up 4th down. Beatrice will elect to punt. So Dak, not the ideal first drive that you want. A couple of penalties there that didn't allow us to get anything going.
It's just tough, that first play being a holding, it just sets you back right away, and then 3rd and long is always, you want to be in about 3rd and 4, that's where you want to be. And anything more than that, it's just tough to get. So not the ideal start, but I like that run play by the quarterback there.
Punt is downed at the 48-yard line.
Oh, Beatrice ball.
Yes.
I thought maybe it hit a Plattsmouth player there. Oh.
No, and the line judge comes in and overrules it. We have some discussion now between the officials. The ball did backspin there. Coach Halverson's not happy. It was very close to hitting either one of those players.
It looked like it might have scraped the Plattsmouth player there, but it was a really close call.
We do not have capability to review plays here in high school. Not yet, anyways. I wouldn't doubt if it's coming here.
I think it's coming.
So Plattsmouth takes over at their own 48-yard line. The handoff right away is to Levi Walker, who breaks a couple of tackles, picks up the first down for about 15. Quarterback for Plattsmouth is number 12, Alec Zielke. He is also a senior, so a very veteran group here. Plattsmouth also returns all 5 starting linemen from the team a year ago. We will see how Beatrice's front 7 can handle here. They show a 4-man front. Here on first down, ball goes back to Walker. Pick up a 4.
Ball carried by Levi Walker. Tackle made by James Scholl.
Plattsmouth, I wouldn't call it a no huddle right now, but it is definitely.
They're playing quick.
It is it's not a huddle. I guess it is no huddle because they're not huddling, but using their wristbands here to signal in plays. Second and 6 to give is back to Walker. And a great rally tackle there on the end, led by number 7, Aiden Hanshaw, sophomore, there on the edge. It brings up third. It's just a gain of 1. Big third down here for Beatrice. See if we can get Plattsmouth, I don't say off the field, but at least force them into a 4th and short.
This is where you want them, 3rd and long.
Plattsmouth 2 receivers on the near side. The give is back to Walker up the middle, and it looks like he has enough for the first down. Expect to see that a lot. That ball is going to be going to Levi Walker time after time. He had 1,524 rushing yards a year ago, and in the single game last year against Ralston, he rushed for 356 yards and 5 touchdowns.
I mean, everyone in the stadium knows what's going to happen. They're still, these early plays here, they're still just running all over the place. That shows you how good he is.
Walker on to the right side on a stretch play, picks up of about 3. I think that's what Beatrice wants to do here. You know, don't give up the big play. Obviously, they have a very experienced and veteran offensive line and backfield. Limiting him to big plays, make him earn it, drive down the field. We'll see how the persistency here of this Beatrice defense can hold up as they get closer to the red zone.
Your goal here is to make Plattsmouth throw the ball.
Walker up the middle, pick up a 5. Bring up 3rd down and short after Carson Hanshaw takes him down right around the first down marker. Another key here I think we've got to look for tonight is turnovers. If Beatrice can force a couple of turnovers here, I think that's going to help us a lot, swing some momentum with this home crowd. Under center there on 3rd and short. Back to Walker, gain of 5. And a first down.
But speaking of the crowd, Hunter, I heard last night and tonight too, the student section, you can hear them tonight. And I heard last night the volleyball game, they're great too.
It has been a tremendous start for Beatrice athletics, especially for the student body. At Norris softball on Tuesday night, the Lady Orange took down the Titans, and the students were heavily favored in Beatrice. Play action pass from number 12 Zielke, completed to Nathan Frederick for a touchdown. for Plattsmouth. Put our first points up for the game. And that's what the run game can do, is set up the play action pass. And that is exactly what happened there. Receiver ran a good route, quarterback threw a good ball, and the extra point is good. Jason Todd puts it in. It's 7-0 Plattsmouth.
That's what's scary about this team right there. That pass was perfect on the dot. I mean, if they're going to do that all game, they're going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, you mentioned the student section. So on Tuesday night, Beatrice went to Norris, and like I said, some pictures, and they got on the news. I'll bet you there were 50-plus students there that came up for that game. Obviously, Norris-Beatrice, a big rivalry. And then last night, the volleyball game against Crete, the student section was as filled as I've ever seen it there in the O-Zone in quite some time. So, very good job by the students and the faculty of getting everybody out here. Again, tonight, in the first home game of the year, there's several students down here in front of us in their blackout theme here with our new black jerseys tonight.
Jason Todd.
Jason Todd back to kick again. Ball's caught right at the goal line for an automatic touchback. Different rule there than college and NFL. If that ball, any part of it crosses the end zone, regardless of catch, it's an automatic touchback. You don't have to call for it or anything.
You know, I've completely forgot about that rule. How long has that been in place? Probably 3 years?
It's been a few years now.
Yeah.
First down and 10, Beatrice.
Beatrice will take over on its second drive of the game. Ball is kept by Rennie for a gain of 5 on first down. Little zone read play there, reading the D end. Made the correct read there and picked up 5 yards on first down.
I like that. If they're going to get pressure on you, do a little zone read and make them back up a little bit.
Plattsmouth uniforms, I don't know about you, they remind me of Penn State. I'm just looking down, I see Penn State. Rennie on second down, give is up the middle. That carry is Logan Schaaf. That'll be enough for a first down. A back-to-back 5-yard runs for the Orangemen, and they moved the chains for the first time here in the 2026 season. Plattsmouth and Beatrice, the last time these two teams met was back in 2023, where Plattsmouth took down the Orangemen 52-14. In 2022, the prior year, Beatrice won 28-25. So these two teams have played each other. We are both in the Trailblazer Conference. In football, doesn't mean you always play each other, though, with just 9 games on your schedule. Give there up the middle to Jaden Griffith, the 5'9", 175-pound junior, his first carry of the night.
I do think it's good for Beatrice to get a good test right out of the gates. See where you're at and go from there.
Yeah, and Beatrice's schedule here this year, that there's some new teams on it this year that we haven't seen before. And Plattsmouth, I think, will be one of the tougher ones here. Plattsmouth coming in the coaches poll, ranked 8th. That pass is picked off by number 55 for the Blue Devils. That is Nolan Pella, another senior on this Plattsmouth roster here. And that ball just hung up there. defender made a great play as Plattsmouth takes over 1st and 10 from the 26. I mentioned Beatrice's schedule here. Next week we'll go on the road and play at York before we go to Hastings in week 3. Omaha Northwest, Crete, Wahoo, and Platteview, remaining home games, and then at Blair and at Lexington are our other 2 road games. So I guess that's some new faces here for the Orange. Ball's back to Walker on 1st down. And you can just see the Orange did a great job there of making that first contact at the, 1 yard in, but he just kept churning his feet, picked up 2 or 3 yards after contact for a pickup of 4.
I mean, it's going to be tough to stop them all game, but I like how the defense is swarming the ball. They're getting good run-stop defense on this.
Coach Halverson is known for his defense. He's been defensive coordinator a couple of stops, and his latest being head coach at Peru State.
Ball carried by Levi Walker. On the tackle, Kenny Omar.
Sorry, he wasn't the head coach. He was the defensive coordinator at Peru State. But he also has been DC at Omaha Westside, Kearney, and Aurora. Fun fact, his teams did reach 4 Nebraska State title games, and he has been a part of 2 Class A state championships.
Yeah, I really like this hire a lot. I think that it's going to take a little bit to get the toughness he wants, but I like what he's done so far.
On the carry, Levi Walker.
Walker is going to get carries. I believe he's probably up to close to 10 carries already, and we're not even through the first quarter.
Inside the 5-yard line.
Yep, he's at 9 runs for 71 yards. That's pretty good clip to start out here.
Second and goal here from the 4. A good swarm by Orangeman tacklers. 5 or 6 of them on the tackle for a loss of 2. When you're in the goal line here, why not? Send more guys to the house. We'll see here now on 3rd and 6 what Plattsmouth decides to do, try to punch it in.
First negative play of the game, that's a good start right there.
Play action pass, roll out, and Zielke's taken down for just a gain of 1 as he tried to scramble and get into the end zone, but to no avail. It's going to bring up 4th down, and it looks like Plattsmouth is trotting out the kicker, so a big red zone stop there for the Orangemen as the clock in the first quarter winds down.
Well, I thought they were for sure going to go for this. I mean, they're 5 yards out. Figured they'd just give it the running back there, but good stop by the Orangemen there.
Well, and that's what causing the negative play can do. You get them thinking, all right, couldn't get it in on 2nd and 4, and so we had to go to a pass, and Orange stopped him. Field goal is up and right down the middle. Good from Jason Todd to make the score 10-0 in the first quarter. I'd like to thank everyone here on Beam that helps make this work. I know Andrew Johnson has built this thing from the ground up here from a few years ago, and I'd say this is one of the best productions that you can get out here in Nebraska. And like I said, it's obviously technology is evolving and growing, and we're staying ahead of the curve, I would say, here at Beatrice with all the different things that we're doing. And I talked to him last night during the volleyball game, and he's like, I don't even do anything. It's the students that run it. And so we have a lot of students out there right now doing the filming for us and helping out with the crew, and it really is a great team effort to get this out there for everybody to listen to.
It's been just a couple of mistakes so far that have killed Beatrice so far, but I like the way they're playing.
Yeah, Beatrice coming off a winless season a year ago. and you call it a reset, bring in a new coach, and with any new coach in any program, you're going to have to kind of try to establish what you want out of a program. And I think the big thing is you hear the word culture get thrown out a lot. And if you can start there, it's not something that you're going to fix overnight, but if you start getting the mindset and things the way that you want it, with what you believe your identity is as a head coach, things are going to move in the right direction, but it's not going to happen overnight. Like I said, like you said too, Plattsmouth is a very solid team that returns a lot of players where we have a lot of newer guys coming in and playing on both sides of the ball. So I think this program's set for a good direction here under Coach Halverson and his staff. Beatrice takes over at its 25. The give is up the middle to Logan Schaaf for a 2-yard gain.
Number 31. That's the end of the first quarter.
And we wrap up our first quarter here at the House of Orange. Plattsmouth with a 10-0 lead. We'd also like some time to thank our sponsors here tonight. Garnett Investments, Exmark Manufacturing, Scooters Coffee, and Dinah's Pharmacy. And you can see those sponsors rolling here on our main screen. Again, without them, all this production would not be possible.
You expect this to be a pretty quick. I mean, that first quarter flew by. You expect this to be a quick game. Both teams want to run the ball. It's going to fly by.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of running clock. And Dak, I guess, what would be, if you were right now Coach Halverson and this Beatrice team, what would you be saying right now to your team after the first quarter?
Limit those mistakes. That holding on the first play of the game is what killed that first drive. I mean, that pick, it wasn't a terrible pass. The linebackers read it very well. And obviously stopped the running back, but I don't know what you can do there. I mean, you got to think they're stacking the box. So I just limit the mistakes and stop backing up on all these penalties.
Second down and 8 at the 20.
Beatrice will take over to start the second quarter here at its own 27-yard line. Let's see if we can move the ball here, pick up a couple of first downs. Rennie's back to pass. It looked like a miscommunication between him and his receiver on a potential double move. And the ball was almost intercepted but dropped near the sideline.
At the 27-yard line.
Targeting Carson Workman there.
That's just early season right there. The wide receiver, quarterback miscommunication, that's going to happen early on in games.
Bring up another passing down here on 3rd and 8. Plattsmouth running what seems to be more of a 4-3 defense. Ball is kept by Rennie for a loss of 2.
Rennie.
I like that pull he had there. I thought he would have had some room out in the corner there, but that DN just collapsed on him.
Plattsmouth has done a good job at tackling so far in open space on these Beatrice running backs. Beatrice lost one of its key, I shouldn't say one of it, its key production last year in Merrick Johnson, who did a little bit of everything for the Orangemen. Played some quarterback, played some running back, and was a workhorse of its own. And that's going to be a big piece to replace here early on in this season.
Good punt there.
Very good punt and a favorable roll as the ball still rolls down to the 18-yard line. Jesse Oltman's on the punt. And biggest thing there, kept it away from Levi Walker, who was back to return and didn't get a chance to get his hands on that ball.
So this drive here is huge for Beatrice. You do not want to go down 17-0. If you can stop them, especially they're backed up here, get the ball, 40, 50-yard line going the other way, you got to get a 3 and out here.
At the 18-yard line.
Plattsmouth last year lost their final game to Bennington in the playoffs. Final score 48-0. I think that might have been the 7 or the 1-8 or the 2-7 or 2-10 matchup there in the playoffs last year. Play action screen out to the right side.
Wow.
And that pass was complete to Nathan Frederick and rode that sideline the whole way down.
Yeah,
we see here on instant replay.
Let's see a replay of this.
Nathan Frederick.
Yeah, that's impressive. I don't think he stepped out at all.
Several times was very close stepping out, but that side judge was right there behind him the entire way. And that pass goes for 82 yards and a touchdown. Nice play call there by Plattsmouth. And again, another play action pass. You expect the ball to go to Walker time after time, and they set up a nice little screen there on the right side and converted into 6 points. Kick by Todd is good to make it 17-0.
So we don't expect Plattsmouth to throw the ball that much, but right now they're 2 of 2 for 105 yards. So when they do pass, it's so tough with that running back. You're going to stack the box, and they've done a nice job of sneaking in some pass plays.
Coach Halverson down there talking to the side judge, thinking he might have stepped out. If I had to guess, that's the conversation, as it was right on the Beatrice sideline.
Beatrice High School would like to thank our first responders on site, including our school resource officer, Brittany.
Yeah, Plattsmouth has had a good identity so far with what they got, and you heard that word thrown out a lot. The word identity and what that means. And Plattsmouth is doing a great job of setting up the pass by running the ball. Local newspaper writer Luke Nichols down there heard all of that conversation between the official and Coach Halverson, so maybe we'll get the scoop on what was said there later on. Kickoff is returned by Carson Workman.
Kickoff returned by Carson.
Short kick back to the 25-yard line. We do have a flag on the far side next to the Plattsmouth sideline. Had a dead ball personal foul against Plattsmouth after the play was over. So we'll add on another 15 yards here. Beatrice gets good field position here early on here in the second quarter.
So just like I said about the Beatrice defense last time, the offense here needs to get some momentum going, move the ball, at least get 3 points out of it. They put some points on the board, put a little bit of pressure on the Plattsmouth offense.
On the Blue Devils, 1st and 10, Beatrice at the 40-yard line.
We got a timeout in the field taken by Plattsmouth. The first timeout here called by either team before this drive kicks off.
Timeout, Blue Devils.
Dak, we're here in football season now. First game of the high school. I guess last week there were some high school games, but college football kicks off tomorrow. Any games that you're looking forward to watching?
I mean,
Saturday?
Obviously, North Carolina, TCU, everyone, the Ireland game. Every year, there's been one out of, I think, the last 5 or 6 years they've done it. It has not been close, but it's always a battle, I feel like. I love the Ireland game. And other than that, if I had to recommend a game to watch, Memphis, UNLV. I think that's going to be a very high-scoring game, fun game to watch.
North Dakota State kicks off their FBS era against Jacksonville State, a team that just recently became an FBS school. I wouldn't say it's the flashiest of Week 0 slates, but like you've mentioned to me before, it's a good little taste of college football. You don't want it all thrown at you at once. You just get an easier way into it before we get into Week 1 next week. Coming out of the timeout, Beatrice starts trips bunch, and the give is up the middle. It was the Schaaf for a loss of 1.
And Nolan Culla, second down and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Rennie rolling out to the left. Some pressure
Incomplete.
by some Plattsmouth defenders.
Third down and 11.
And that pass is overthrown. Be third down
39-yard line.
and 11. Like you said, getting into third down and longs is just not ideal.
No, this is tough. You don't want anything past 3rd and 6 usually, but this would be big to get a first down here and get it past midfield.
Rennie is sacked immediately. Didn't even have a chance for his receivers to get
On the
out
sack, Ryder Dawson.
for their routes. It brings up 4th down and long. Beatrice will send out their punt team.
4th down and 17 from the 33-yard line.
5-man blitz there from the Blue Devil front.
Back to punt, Jesse Altman.
And it looked like there was about 7 of them.
Levi
I think he's ready for that blitz, just didn't have anyone open there. You just got to take that sack.
Beatrice sends on a guy late, forces Coach Halverson to call a timeout here on their punt team.
Timeout, Beatrice.
To give a shout out here to, got a tweet incoming from at Cernball. I don't know who that is. He said, enjoy listening to you boys. Glad football season's back. Go Big Red. Hashtag day by day. Hashtag find a way. Hashtag now what, so what. Hashtag Huskers. Hashtag RTB. Hashtag QBS. Hashtag respect women. Hashtag heavy heart. Dak, are you a big hashtag guy?
I don't know who this guy is, but he must be a big football fan, so he's got to be pumped for this.
Appreciate the listen, Churnball. I don't know if hashtags are outdated now or what, but
I would say they are.
yeah,
I don't really use them anymore.
he uses about nine of them. All right. Beatrice is back to punt here. On 4th down. Fair catch by Walker at the 29-yard line, where Plattsmouth will take over for their next series.
I'll tell you what, this punter's impressive. He's booted some balls.
Hey, yeah, Jesse is a great punter.
Plattsmouth at the 28-yard line.
I would expect a heavy dosage here from Walker this series. As they give us up the middle, and a great job by
Great stop there.
Orangeman there. Led by number 11, Finley Omar. Another negative play for the Orangemen.
Again, I've said this the whole game. They're just been a couple plays that have killed Beatrice so far. Other than that, playing pretty solid. Their defense has held them. It's just been 3 or 4 plays, I feel like.
Their play action pass looked like the same pass, and it is jumped by number 10, Carson Hanshaw. A big negative play. Again, it looked like that same play they just scored a touchdown on. That time worked to no success. For a loss of 8. Brings up 3rd and 18.
This is not where you want to be, right?
Not exactly. That's a good sign for the Orangeman defense. Obviously you don't love the long touchdown that you gave up, but you do love that we learned from it and got to stop the next time they ran it. Next pass here is a screen play out to the right to Walker, and he is taken down for a loss. Great series there by the Orangemen. 3 negative plays in a row, as Plattsmouth is going to be forced to punt deep in their own territory to set up good field position here for Beatrice.
Especially that screenplay there. For the defense to just swarm and not give up their ground was perfect. This guy must do everything for them. He's their punter, too. Going to back them up even more.
A little bit of momentum here as Plattsmouth gets even deeper. High snap. Guess what? Walker's their punter, too. It's fair caught by Hanshaw right around midfield. Beatrice will get good field position here. Let's see if they can capitalize on it and convert it into some points. Dak, I will say I appreciate high school football. I'm used to these punts happening, and then all of a sudden you got to go to a media timeout.
Yeah. Yep, there's no media timeouts here.
Ernie's in shape and motion. Ball goes to him on the right side, and he's met by 2 Plattsmouth defenders, number 55 and number 65, Nolan Pella and Kyler Nielsen. Again, 2 seniors on this defensive line. Just seems like every Plattsmouth player, they're upperclassmen, got a lot of experience and playing time, and that's paying off for them so far here in the first half.
This defensive line for Plattsmouth has been really impressive so far.
There's some big boys, like you mentioned.
They're tough to move.
Greeny back to pass and is sacked again. And after Plattsmouth goes 3 negative plays, Beatrice starts with 2 negative plays of its own as it brings up 3rd and long.
3rd down, 17.
Again, what have we said the whole time? Don't want to be in 3rd and longs. Just seems like Beatrice has been the whole game, and it's just tough to come back from that.
Third and long, screens it up in the middle. Ball is tipped, coming out of the hands of Rennie and incomplete.
Pass incomplete. 4th down.
As Jesse Altmans will come back out to punt.
Let's see if Jesse can have another great punt here. He's had 3 good ones to start.
Another good punt from Jesse. Ball's fair caught and muffed initially by Walker, but he fell right back on top of it at the 21-yard line.
Returned by Levi Walker. 1st and 10, Plattsmouth, near the 20-yard line.
I'll tell you what, it feels like Walker does everything for the team. He's the punt returner or the punter.
Well, when you have an athlete like that and you only have 41 players in your roster,
You got to use them.
you know what? He's going to get a lot of touches. I had no idea what other sports he plays, but I had to guess he plays something else, and he's probably going to be playing somewhere at the next level, whether it be football or one of the other sports that he participates in. Late timeout here by Plattsmouth.
Timeout. Blue Devils.
Dak, another big game tonight
A very
here in the NFL preseason. My New Orleans Saints taking on the team they just recently had a brawl with, Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, you know what? I don't care about that game. Let's talk about the Vikings-Broncos. Will J.J. McCarthy be the second string for the Vikings? Big news right there.
I heard they want to trade him.
Yeah, also he's not playing tonight. Ankle injury.
With quotes?
Yeah. So that's more of a we'll see you later.
What's your prediction for the Vikings this year?
Oh, I think they're going to be great. I think 12 wins minimum. I think Kyler Murray is going to be absolutely incredible for that team. I don't know how.
Would you call yourself a fan? of the
Yes.
Vikings?
Yeah. So no bias here.
Name their offensive lineman. Name one. That's what I thought. Plattsmouth takes over 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. New quarterback in for the Blue Devils, number 2, Brecken Joachim. That is complete on a fade to the near sideline to the guy that's been going to all game, Nathan Frederick. Gain of 23 on the play.
So what do you ask about the Vikings offensive lineman? Christian Darisaw. There you go. Left tackle.
As you pulled up your computer and Googled one of them. Joachim is sophomore here for the Blue Devils. That give is a jet sweep to Jack Laney, and is tackled for a loss of 1 on the play. Great play by Wyatt Dyke there on the edge for the Orangemen.
2nd down and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Joachim play action screen again set up to Frederick. Again, same play, I believe, from before, and Orangemen swallow it up again. Play made again by Wyatt Dyke in the backfield for a loss of 3. Also in initially is Liam McCaddy.
3rd down, 14 at the 48-yard line.
As we head into halftime here Be nice to get off the field without any more points. Our defense has done some good things tonight,
Yeah,
Dak.
I've been impressed.
Forced some negative plays here. Another screen set up here. That's to Frederick.
Pass complete to Nathan
And
Frederick.
Going to be just short.
he is.
You would think they're going to go for this one.
And I think we know where the ball's going. Unless Plattsmouth tries to get cute with it.
4th down.
Up back in the game, too, is Pearson Benedict. Ball goes right to Walker. Picks up the first down. Looks like the ball may have come out. No, the side judge comes in from the far side and ruling him down.
Tough to see from the replay there.
Tackle made by Wyatt Dyke.
Hard to see.
1st down and 10 at the 30-yard line.
But then again, there they got a guy there to stop him in the backfield. Just missed a tackle, but they're getting good pressure up front.
Handoff this time is number 21, Ryder Dawson. Taken down by number 11, Finley Omar. There's some extracurricular by the Beatrice sideline. Beatrice goes nuts.
Not really sure what happened there.
The side judge calls nothing. Coach Halverson continues to be displeased.
I didn't really see anything after
I
the
didn't
play
see
there.
what happened either, but Beatrice did react like something definitely happened. Pass is complete to Levi Walker on the right side. Flag on the play.
I was about to say if they didn't call that holding, that was about as obvious as it got.
Even Dak could have called that one.
Yep. That was pretty obvious.
Holding on the offense.
All right, keep our cool here if you're Beatrice, and like I said, hold them out of the end zone. Plattsmouth is hurting themselves here, which is helping.
But again, that flag was because some guy shot through the middle there and got pressure.
You're right. If you had to be a coach, would you be a DC or an OC?
DC.
All right.
I'm blitzing every play.
Handoff is out on the left side to number 21. And he gets in the end zone. Touchdown. Plattsmouth. Ryder Dawson. Nice carry on the left side. Broke through Beatrice's contain for 6 points.
That's a big play again. It's killed them all game.
Some other good games going on in Class B tonight. Number 5, Gretna, is hosting Omaha Scott. They are currently up 10-0 halfway through the second quarter. Aurora, 7th ranked, the Huskies are up 14-3 over Seward at the end of 1. Norris, number 4 team in Class B, hosting Gretna East. They are currently trailing 14-10 with 5 minutes left
Prohibited everywhere in the complex.
in the second.
Pets, shelled nuts, gum,
Now here's the one everyone's worried about. How's Trey Taylor's team
Thank
doing?
you. Please be respectful of these policies and help make this a safe and clean environment for everybody.
Sorry, what was that?
How's Trey Taylor's team doing?
You're right. Trey Taylor from Millard South is playing Millard North tonight. And with 5 minutes left in the second, it's 7-7.
Really? Wow, that's surprising.
Who's our other recruit, Mr. Return to Glory podcast co-host? That's playing for Millard North.
Amir Abdullah?
Yes.
Extra point good by Jason Todd with 1:55 remaining in the
Kick is
first
good.
half.
It's
Our
24-0.
Plattsmouth
There, yeah, we'll keep an eye on that game
Beatrice
as it's
0.
7-7. Millard South has been the team, I mean, one of the most dominant teams in Nebraska football in our lifetime the past couple of years, and hasn't been in many close games, but yeah, they're tied with Millard North here midway through the second quarter. A couple of Husker recruits in that game, Torrey Pittman for Millard North and Trey Taylor for Millard South. Did you hear about Trey Taylor and his living situation?
Nope.
He's currently living in Lincoln.
Oh, yeah. He's driving back and forth,
Yep. And he's getting driven up to school every day, taking online classes. That's just the world we live in now for players like that.
It is. You say that about 10 years ago, people think that's crazy.
It's just insane, the world we live in sports. And you talk about the transfer portal, and, you know, someone like that transfers to a Nebraska high school so he can play college at Nebraska and be around the program. Todd's kick is returned and fumbled.
Kickoff return by Carson Workman.
Workman loses the ball, but it looks like Beatrice falls back on top of it and retains possession.
Fumble recovered by Jordan Griffith. First and 10, Beatrice at the 21-yard line.
Minute 47 left here in the second quarter. Doc, if you're Beatrice, what are you doing here?
You got to try to score. I mean, the passing game has not worked so far, but you got to try to air it out. And they do not.
That give is up the middle to Logan Schaaf. No gain.
By Logan Schaaf.
I was going to say the opposite. I think
Tyler Nielsen.
try to get to halftime here. You know, obviously things have not been great on the offensive end so far tonight, and I don't think you want to give Plattsmouth another chance to score. Obviously, if you break a play loose here, that changes things a bit, but tough to get anything going here so far tonight. Pass by Rini is intended for
Pass incomplete.
number 12, Carson Workman, incomplete.
Third down and 10 at the 21-yard line.
We'll see. Plattsmouth does have their one timeout here left. We'll see if they use it, depending on the outcome of the game of the first or the next play here. Toss play to Schaaf. Tackle for a gain of 2.
On the carry,
Timeout is taken
Logan Schaaf.
by the Blue Devils. See on replay here, ball
Made by Max Michael.
looks like it may have came out, but the official rules him down.
Timeout, Blue Devils.
Looks like at the replay he was down. Yeah, with 7 total yards of offense, it's just tough to get anything going.
Seven total yards of offense. Well, halftime Dackle will give us a rundown of the halftime stats before we go to break. Dak, are you a big numbers guy?
Not really. Not at all, actually.
How confident are you in what you've put together so far?
Actually, I mean, it's not going to be spot on, but pretty close to what it is. Now, the numbers might be a little bit off on the player numbers, but stats-wise, I think I've got it down. Cernball will probably tweet back and have different stats, but
So you think it's CERN ball?
I mean,
How about maybe it's Kern ball?
how's it?
I don't know who I don't know who it is.
Well, he seems like a big fan, so he'll probably have different stats.
All I know is he goes for a lot of runs every day. Ball's away by Oltmans. This time returning the ball is Nathan Frederick. And he's going to go. Touchdown, Plattsmouth.
Punt return. Nathan Frederick. Touchdown.
To make it 30-0. Some pretty good blocking there from the Blue Devils along the right side. And that is not how you want to finish a half.
Extra point, good, by Jason Todd.
Jason Todd converts the extra point.
37 seconds remaining in the first half. Plattsmouth 31, Beatrice 0.
You should go ahead and give us these stats here with what you got.
Well, yeah. So Plattsmouth, their passing guy, it's been impressive so far. So their quarterback Alex Zelke is 5 of 5, 120 yards. I mean, they haven't missed a pass yet. Their other quarterback, Brecken Joachim, is 3 of 3 for 10 yards. So they are 8 of 8 passing. But on the other end, Levi Walker, the guy that we've all been worried about, he has 12 carries, 48 yards. I think if you're Beatrice, you're happy with that. It's just they're surprised with his passing game. Now, Colton Reaney in the passing game is 1 of 5 for -2 yards and a pick. In the rushing, he is 4 carries, 13 yards. And Logan Schaaf has 7 carries for 9 yards.
And you mentioned it's just hard right now for Beatrice to get anything going on offense. And to go into halftime, the way this game is going, I think that's what you want to get figured out here to start the third quarter is can you get some production going offensively and put some points on the board here tonight. Jason Todd's kick. Returned by Carson Hanshot. Makes a couple of guys miss.
That was some good moves there. Now, the second half, do you think that they start worrying about the pass a little bit more than the run? Back up their defense a little bit?
No, because their passes have been, in my mind, a couple of screens,
short screens,
right?
Yeah.
You know what? I know they're 8 for 8. We've done a pretty good job of rallying to the ball.
Yep.
On those. We mentioned it. It's been a couple of big plays, right? Obviously, they had a punt return just recently for a touchdown, and a couple of big plays that have been the difference in this game. Beatrice has done a decent job of forcing them to work their way down the field, but then Plattsmouth just gets one loose there. Play action passes complete to Carson Workman.
Ball carried by Carson Workman.
No gain.
Tackle made by Luke Jensen.
As that looks to be the last play of the half here.
27-yard line.
As Beatrice will head.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to snap it here.
No. And there goes the whistle. And it will be halftime. 31-0. Plattsmouth ahead of the Orangemen, as we will take a break as the band will perform a halftime show under the direction of Mandy Carter and Nick Thompson.
Very special halftime entertainment for you tonight. Tonight's halftime entertainment will be performed by our very own mighty band from Beatrice land. Their show this year is titled Leave No Trace and paints a picture of the U.S. National Parks System under the direction of Mandy Carter and Nick Thompson, with drum majors Shay Martin and Shaylee Calloway. Here is the Beatrice High School Marching Band.
Please report to Cindy and concessions. Thank you.
They are the mighty band from Beatrice land. Under the direction of Mandy Carter and Nick Thompson. Color guard instructor Kayla Shirley. Percussion tech Zach Carter. And drum majors Shay Martin and Shaylee Calloway. The band would like to thank all the hard work of their boosters, family, and instructors for helping them develop the program. Thank you for all you do for us, the mighty band from Beatrice land. Again, attention please. With the golf cart driver, please report to Cindy at the concession stand. Golf cart driver, please report to Cindy at the concession stand. Thank you. this kind reminder, fans are asked to place all garbage in trash cans. Please help us keep the House of Orange beautiful. Thank you for your cooperation. A big shout out goes out to Emma Peterson and the volleyball team for a very entertaining performance last night. Thank you, Queens of the Court, Lady O Volleyball. Big thanks to our media here tonight. Beam Broadcasting from Beatrice High School. Beam Broadcasting under the direction of Maestro Andrew Johnson and Luke Nichols of the Beatrice Daily Sun. Thank you for your coverage of Beatrice athletics.
Welcome back to Cam Jurgens Field here at the House of Orange. We begin the second half. Beatrice will kick off to the Blue Devils of Plattsmouth. Dak, what are you looking for here as we begin the second half?
I'm looking for, I've said this the whole game, limit the big plays and penalties. That's what's killing the whole game. I think the defense has looked great stopping the run. That's what, obviously, the game plan, anytime you play Plattsmouth, looks like is going to be. Just keep stopping that run and limit these big passing plays.
Ball by Jesse Olmans is kicked into the end zone for a touchback. If you're Plattsmouth here, let's see who they tried out here at quarterback. Two guys played there in that first half. number 12, Alex Zielke, and number 2, Brecken Joachim. It looks like number 12, Alex Zielke, back out there.
That seems like the main guy they want to run with at quarterback, but they're both. I mean, they both haven't missed a pass yet.
And the drone is now over the field here at the House of Orange. Jet motion fake and kept there by Zielke for a couple yards on first down. I think here's the second half. You want to see the Actors continue to fight. Obviously, like we said, last year coming off a winless season, and you knew this game was going to be a tall task here to start. You want to see some toughness and some fight here on both ends of the ball, but specifically here on the defensive side. As there were some good things on this side. Errant snap and taken down for a loss there. And there's some fire there.
Yeah,
by
there's
Jaden Griffith. That's good to see here. Good to see coming out of halftime. It's not always easy to get your brain back wired up. It's good to see here as Jaden looks like he's right there at the nose tackle, already ready for the next play. As it's 3rd and 10. Benedict the up back again. On 3rd and 10, the give, the fake play action across the middle, and a leaping catch. Good catch by number 8, Chance Jackson, the senior tight end, for first down. It's nice when you have a tight end there. Plattsmouth does not have their heights listed on their roster, but
another big dude.
He is. He's all bit a 6'4" there at that tight end position.
They're just a tall team, big on both lines. I think they're going to be one of the top teams in B.
Give is up the middle. And this is number 21 on the carry, Ryder Dawson. And after the play, we have flags fly. Let's see here on instant replay. Personal foul against Beatrice.
I know you don't want that penalty right there, but that shows Beatrice is still in the fight. Oh, then there's another one.
And here comes another one.
I don't know.
I believe there may have been some extracurricular language there as a result of the penalty, and I think there's going to be another one tacked on here.
Yeah, right as I say, you don't want that to show some fight. You definitely don't want 2 in a row.
The 2 15-yard penalties from the 39. We'll see where the ball ends up being spotted. You talk about culture, and you talk about, I don't know what happened down there on any of these plays. That's not what you want to see here to open a second half.
You definitely don't want to give a team a free 30 yards, especially with the way they've been moving the ball.
First down and 10, Blue Devils at the 12-yard line.
Play action pass out on the left side. That pass is complete to number 6. Near the goal line, but short. Enough for a first down. Braxton Baumgart on the catch. Sophomore wide receiver. Brings up 1st and goal from the 2. Gives back inside to number 21, Ryder Dawson, in for a touchdown. Some additional talking there after the play between a Plattsmouth offensive lineman and some Beatrice linebackers.
It's getting a little chippy down there. It all comes back to the free 30 yards. You just cannot do that.
Is up and good.
Extra point good by Jason Todd. 9:09 to go in the third quarter. Plattsmouth 38, Beatrice 0.
Well, Dak, I want to get your thoughts here on some college football Saturday, Husker football talk here.
Let's start with one good thing from the first half. When we first got here, it was maybe 95 degrees in this booth. It is absolutely perfect now.
It is great. It was a toasty one. It is a great night for football. Cooled off as halftime. Got a chance to step outside, and this is fall weather for you.
Feels like football weather. You want to go out and hit somebody right now.
How many times did you do that in high school?
Never.
Oh, all right. Describe your high school football experience for our listeners.
I did not play.
Oh, okay.
I was out there cheering you on.
Oh,
Well, QB won.
the old glory days. They were talking to a couple of people out there, and you get to be, 30s and your 40s, and you miss the days. You don't miss the contact, obviously, in the physical part of football, but you miss being out there in the field, and something that these high school kids, you get to do. A lot of them for just 4 years,
You're in your 30s now?
Sports. Nope. Great return
There we
here
go.
down the far side. As Carson Hanshaw gets back out to close to midfield. Beatrice will have good field position for its first drive of the second half. Ernie back in at quarterback here. Beatrice starts in a pistol look. Give is a Schaaf. Following his lead blockers for a pickup of about 4 yards. Very solid run there on first down.
That was one of the few times where there's been a hole in that defensive line. You just can't get much room on these guys.
Like I said it all night, those big boys up front for the Blue Devils. Second down and 5. Give again to Schaaf. Another great run. A couple of broken tackles. Picks up 6 and enough for the first down to move the chains.
Hey, you're something. First time past midfield. Moving.
And that's positive progress here for the Orangemen to start the second half. As I mentioned before, Beatrice next week will go to York and take on the York Dukes. They are currently facing Aurora, and nope. They are currently facing Elkhorn at Elkhorn, and Elkhorn currently leads 20-3 at the end of the first half over York Dukes. Plattsmouth next week. They will take on, I don't know who they'll take on. They'll take on Gretna, hosting Gretna. Fumble on the play. Be recovered by Plattsmouth. Again, it's just a lot of small things here. You got to clean up here for Beatrice. Like I said, it's not going to change overnight. That's part of building the process and a culture. And Coach Halverson's done a great job. I've seen a lot of it this offseason, and it's going to get there. There's a shot of the moon here coming up in the southeast side here, Beatrice, and very good camera work by our camera crew. Dawson on the carry again for 4 yards. We have not seen Levi Walker back in the game. He's standing over there on the sidelines without his helmet on.
Yeah, I was thinking in the beginning that they was resting, but it looks like he might be injured.
I don't know if there's injury or, it does not look like he's probably returning given his helmet's not on.
He doesn't have his helmet anywhere near him either. I wonder. I'm not going to speculate on injuries here.
You're not?
All right, concussion.
You want to talk to our sideline reporter? I'll tell you what. Number 21 here, Ryder Dawson's done a tremendous job filling his void here. A sophomore running back as he picks up another big gain. The timeout here for an injured player on the far sideline.
I mean, he's just a sophomore too, so when Walker leaves, they will not miss a beat. So looking ahead to Beatrice's schedule, you said they play Omaha Northwest?
That they do not.
I thought you said they did.
Lincoln Northwest, I believe. Oh, we do play Omaha Northwest. You're right.
That is a team that you want to play. I'm just going to say that.
Well, Dak, you did the change for Lincoln's Northwest against Omaha Northwest last night?
Yeah, all I'm going to say is Omaha Northwest is a team you want to play.
So you're thinking that's a very winnable game here for the Orangemen?
Very, yeah. I'm not going to say much more about it, but
well, we talked this morning as we were getting ready for this, and you mentioned last night that they had a guy quit on the first drive.
Yep, quit. Yep, I'm probably not going to say the whole. I'm not going to tell too many stories about it, but yeah.
Yeah, last night that final in Class A was Lincoln Northwest 55, Omaha Northwest 6. A couple of Beatrice players were cramping on the far sideline. Looks like they're backing up and ready to go. Give is up the middle. And stuffed for no gain. Norris has taken a 17-14 lead over Gretna East with 11 minutes left in the third quarter. Crete down 10-3 at McCook. What a fun first game that is to drive out there with under a minute left in the third quarter. Scottsbluff and Pius at Scottsbluff. Another fun drive. The Thunderbolts, that is 0-0 end of one.
I mean, I hope we don't have any Crete listeners here. It's always good to see Crete losing.
Who do you dislike more, Crete or Norris?
Both. Probably Norris, but...
Be 3rd and 2 on the 6-yard line. Gibb is up the middle, touchdown, and a penalty flag flies in.
Another after the play flag.
We'll see. It seems like that big number 71 for Plattsmouth, he's been involved in about all these little scuffles. We'll see if this is on Beatrice or Plattsmouth. And I think the timing of this is going to be interesting too, whether it occurred during the play or after the play.
It was almost simultaneous there. I don't... Wow.
It will be against Plattsmouth. Dead ball. Touchdown will stand. So after the play, and the 15 yards will then be assessed on the try, or will also be given the choice to do it on the kickoff. I believe Coach Halverson just deemed the kickoff, so they'll kick the normal extra point, and that 15 yards will be added after on the ensuing kickoff. The kick here by Jason Todd is up and good to make it 45-0 with 3:38 left in the third quarter. Once again, would like to thank our sponsors tonight on the Bean broadcast for everything that they do to make this happen, so you can sit on your couch or wherever you're at and watch your Orangemen and Lady Orange play and all their activities. Garnett Investments, Xmark Manufacturing, Scooters Coffee, and Dynas Pharmacy. So Dak, I mentioned earlier, and then you wanted to talk about the weather. Let's talk about our Huskers a little bit.
Yep. Big game starting next Saturday. You would really hope they don't lose that game, especially the first three. Come out. By the way,
you still can't even claim Nebraska. You keep calling them they. You can't even claim them.
We. By the way, you want to talk about heat? It's supposed to be 98 that day.
Well, I've seen different. Someone told me that too, that it was supposed to be 95 or 98, and then I looked and it was 85 on my app. So I don't think they know yet.
Yep, typical weather, man. Have no idea what they're doing.
What's your prediction for the season?
I seriously think I'm big on Calandria. I seriously think 9-3. I think they're going to upset one or two of the big four or five games we got.
Ball is returned by number 16, Daniel Hook, out of bounds, 41. Can you tell me this? What is our identity going to look like on offense under Dana and Calandria? What do you think it's going to look like?
I think, which last year there was none of this because we had a guy that literally could not run the ball 5 yards without getting out of breath. But anyway, I think they're going to run Calandria a lot. He has proven he can run and not get injured. Like, I don't think there's been very many injuries in his career. Now, his passing game scares me a little bit. He's a gunslinger. He's going to throw a lot of picks that are going to make you shake your head, but at least he's not scared to throw like they're like someone. You know, I'm just going to come out and say it like Raiola.
Do you think the coaches are going to let him loose and let him go?
I sure hope so. That's, I mean, why not? This is all the pressure's on you, Rule. Wow, that was a great catch.
Yeah, tip ball there, and it's caught by Evan Roberts for pickup
one-handed
of 6.
We'll see here.
Yeah, tip pass, got the foot in bounds.
Well, I guess my eyesight's still good.
Don't got to go to the eye doctor. When was the last time you went to the eye doctor?
A month ago.
That's very surprising.
And no, my eyesight is not good.
Who needs replay when you have to go to free tag? Ball is pulled and kept by Rooney and taken down for a loss on the play. Dak, last year with Coach Rule in Nebraska, the schedule was very favorable. This year, all the offseason news has been how hard our schedule is. But yet, you still have us going 9-3.
And the more I've thought about that is, you got to play who you have on your schedule. It doesn't matter if it's hard or not hard. Go out there and win some games. We've heard all this talk. It's the same thing again. Oh, this offense line's so great. Go out there and prove it. Now, if you drop a couple to Indiana, Oregon, so what? But don't go out there and get embarrassed. I know you haven't drank any of the Kool-Aid yet, but
his offseason has been a different one.
It's been weird.
I think for me the most encouraging thing is that it's been so quiet from a lot of people, and there hasn't been a whole lot of Kool-Aid drinking and hype. Now there's been some as we get closer and closer to the season, but to me that's a positive. I think that's good for the coaching staff, and I think it's good for the players to kind of go out and, like you said, prove it mode for the players and for the team and the program in general. There hasn't been much social media posts about stuff that doesn't help you win games.
Now here's the good part is, if they do suck, by week 5 you're like, oh, we're going to have to wait till next year because we don't have a basketball team. This year we do have a basketball team, so there's something to look forward to after
You're right. We mentioned basketball and then also mentioned the volleyball team for Nebraska last night, taking home a purse.
So was that volleyball game not a regular season game? That was just exhibition
tournament, abbreviated, and we defeated Florida and SMU last night and took the money, and guess where they're flying? Got on a plane, jumped to Vegas.
Yep, that's a great place to go with money. If we have a player of the game so far, I'm giving it to Jesse Altman's on these punts.
Jesse has done a very good job punting.
Yeah, he is.
Unfortunately, you would not like to.
Yeah,
be
you don't
player
want.
of the game
You
to be a
never want
punter.
that, but
Jesse also a very good soccer player here for the Orangemen. Jesse rolls into the end zone. A 60-yard punt or a touchback. Looking forward here on other activities for Beatrice. The Beatrice Lady O volleyball team, they will be, as I get it pulled up here, there we go. Beatrice will play on Tuesday at Plattsmouth. They have Lincoln Northeast Triangular on Saturday, and then they'll travel to Hastings on September 8th. There's some matchups here for the Lady Orange softball team, or volleyball team, excuse me, coming up. And the softball team today played down in, I believe, Kansas City, and a shootout game. Any guess of a score down there, Dak? in the softball game. When I say shootout, what do you think that means?
High scoring.
Well, obviously high scoring. What?
12 to 10.
Keep going.
15 to 13.
Keep going.
I'm just going to go higher. 42 to 40.
It was not 42 to 40. I believe the final score was 18 to 16.
Wow.
Down there against Blue Springs South. They also played Rockbridge. I have not seen a final, and they will play Liberty North later on in Broken Arrow. So some different teams that you get to go down and play in a little showcase down there before they come back up to the north, and they will play Omaha Marion next Friday.
There's one thing I've noticed since being out of high school. I'm looking at his high school schedules now and stuff. Man, there's a lot of new schools.
There are.
Buena Vista, I figured that was a school in Kansas. I was like, who is this?
Ball given there back to Ryder Dawson for a loss of 3. The other thing that's nice now in today's world is all these different apps and places you can find live scores, and I'm struggling tonight on pulling everything up. But,
So what is this app you can see live high school scores?
well, the one good thing now is all these high schools have Bound is the platform, and all the schedules, you can find them for every activity on there. And then any score feed's been around for a while that has the ability for fans to enter and put in live scores. The other one that I just got an email from, and it looks like it was made by someone using AI. Neb Preps Live, is out there, and it has all the same information out there that you can find. So it is very nice to be able to know. I guess back in the day, this will probably make me tell me that I am 30.
I was just about to say, I wonder if you're going to say the same thing I was.
You had to wait till the paper.
Yep, I was going to say that. Yep, and that was great. I love that.
That makes us sound like we're 45-year-old men.
I used to love waking up Saturday morning and looking at the high school football scores.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we are old. I'd be cramping up too.
You didn't even see the field. But you wouldn't have been cramping.
I'm talking about from just running down a tunnel. So here in this fourth quarter now, this probably a good look to get a good look at your freshmen and sophomores now and see what you got coming up after.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the clock is running here for the rest of the game. So yeah, you're going to see some younger players get in for both teams, I'm expecting. Other activities going on tomorrow for Beatrice. Varsity boys tennis is at Elkhorn, at the Elkhorn High Tennis Invite. Varsity boys cross and girls cross country are at Norris at the Norris Invitational. And as mentioned, the volleyball team is playing at Lincoln Northeast in a tournament there, and the softball team down in Kansas City for 2 more games. Carries back there to Dawson and brings up 4th down.
So watching the A game last night compared to this B game, the size difference I don't think is that much.
Well, and you mentioned the A game. Lincoln Northwest was Class B last year.
Yep.
Got bumped up to A, and
again, that might have been 2 lower level A teams, but again,
you mentioned what Omaha Northwest had.
I mean that's. I'm just coming out and say I think a D team could beat Omaha Northwest, but anyway, the size difference I see out here in the field is not very much different from the 2 classes.
Punt is kicked away from Evan Roberts, who is back to receive, and down at the 34-yard line of Beatrice. Oh, and other activities going on. The Little League World Series finishing up. What What else we got? Golf is finishing up
Yep.
This week in the Tour Championship down in Atlanta. I believe we got a bunch of guys at the top. Scotty's in the running after having hand, foot, and mouth last week, and he's back.
Which I thought only kids could get. But like me and you were talking, once football starts, it just all their sports just shut off. I really don't like. I was so into golf before football's getting here, and now it's like even Tour Championship, I'm not even that much into it.
Just think if Nebraska was good. Handoff there
we
up
go.
the middle. Bounced outside is Schaaf. Across midfield. That's a pickup of 20 yards for a first down. See if we can go in and put up some points on the board. As I don't know that we'll get many more opportunities here. Maybe our last drive of the game might get one more chance. Greenies give his back to Schaaf. Gain of a couple.
Man, just like you said earlier, they remind me so much of Penn State.
Their uniforms.
Yeah, they
definitely
do.
Next week on Monday, JV softball plays at Millard North, and we have our first reserve football game against the Auburn Bulldogs. Do you think Cooper Weeks coaches any football over there at Auburn?
No shot.
The Weeks family, obviously, numerous everywhere around the basketball world here in Nebraska with legendary coach Jim Weeks over at Auburn. Jackson being the head boys coach here now is beginning his second year this winter, and Jalen on the girls' side entering his, I should know this, but 9th year, 10th year.
Wow.
Wow. And then, yeah, Cooper Weeks helping his dad over there. And they all love their football.
Yep, that play was bad from the start right there. It looked like they moved a little early, too. At least they jumped back on it, though.
Recovered by Beatrice. 4th down and 8 from the 42-yard line.
4th down. Rennie back to pass, picked up the blitz. Got a pretty good ball.
Yeah,
I thought
that was a
thrown
solid
to
pass.
Evan Roberts, but incomplete as Plattsmouth will take over.
You know, Rennie, he's got a good arm on him. He's
Just being a sophomore, I mean, I watched him in the scrimmage. I was, for his size and build and how he could throw it, I was surprised he was only a sophomore.
It's been tough on him all night. There's pressure on him. I mean, there just hasn't been much room to move either. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. You can tell how much he cared about that pass, too. He's not happy down there. So Nebraska football, are you planning on any big away trips you're going on?
Yeah, I'm leaning to try to go to Oregon this year. We will see. I know your brother and his newly married wife, they're heading out. I know that's not one that we're probably going to win, but a place I haven't been
What?
to.
You don't think they're going to win that?
No. Not that I want anybody to get hurt. That's not. But Dante Moore is obviously going to be very good. But it would be hilarious if we go out there and then Dylan Reichel is the starting quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, it would be funny.
Talk about a guy I have just completely flipped on. I can't stand that guy.
You have some beef with him.
Oh, he's... Yeah, I won't get into it on here, but... So what's the update on that Millard game?
Good question. Let's see. We are 7 minutes left in the third, and Millard North has the lead over Millard South, 27-21.
Wow. You know, I was looking to go watch one of their games this year, which I could go up to Omaha, but they don't play anywhere in Lincoln or anywhere around here. They mostly stay up there, and they play one game in Kansas, I think.
I think they have one out in St. Louis this year.
That might be out in St. Louis.
You know, it's Millard South. I think they have 6 home games at Millard South. I looked at their schedule too just to see Trey Taylor play. But heck, maybe it's Millard North we need to be going and watching.
Is it too early to call them a bus?
I'll let you declare it.
I mean, you're pretty embarrassing to come out, lose your first game. So he's taking online classes. He doesn't even go to school there?
Online, he goes to school there.
Yeah, but not in person?
Not in person.
Wow. Wouldn't that be nice?
Plattsmouth burns another timeout. Four minutes and 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Timeout.
So since we have a timeout here, Hunter, I want to say, speaking of golf, I can't wait to absolutely demolish you tomorrow. We have a golf tournament together. And
the Porter Pub Classic down in Wymore. 2-man scramble, unique tournament. Drew Porter, shout out Drew Porter, has done a really good job of putting this on. I don't know what annual we are on. He's done it for several years now. Started off as a group of friends, and now it's evolved, and I think he gets 30 teams every year down there, and it's a good time.
Yep, me and Cooper Weeks are on team tomorrow. Shout out the Auburn Bulldogs.
I heard you're going #Heat Culture.
No, that has actually changed. It's a surprise now.
They're down and long. Give us up the middle. Beatrice defense continues to fight.
I'll tell you what, Plattsmouth is chippy. They like to play after the play is over. You'd like to, these last 2 minutes, get some points on the board here.
I agree, yeah. I mean, there's clock is going to run. It's going to be hard to do that. You have to probably break a big play. Maybe even a punt return here, or a punt block.
Oh, did you call it?
No. I'll tell you what,
that was
another really good punt. They kept it low and away from the returner. Ball will be downed at the 7-yard line. It's like Plattsmouth bringing in some of their reserves here for this last drive.
Man, their backups are getting big too, though.
Rennie remains at quarterback for Beatrice.
Oh, here we go.
Is deep and caught.
Yep. See ya.
By Jesse Oltmans. And he is going to go the distance, a 92-yard touchdown.
Well, now I think we can officially say Jesse Altman's the player of the game.
I agree, as he comes up limping. I'm thinking it may just be a cramp, hopefully. But right after he walked in the end zone, he did come up hobbling. Yeah, it looks like probably just a cramp there from the replay. But yes, great pass in stride to Jesse Oldmans. And Dak, if you want to give the Dakota Free Tech player of the game trophy out, there you go.
The Dakota Free Tech player of the game is Jesse Altmans.
Beatrice lines up in a sort of swinging gait.
And hopefully he's not hurt here, but that is something to work on there. With his speed, and again, I'm super impressed with the quarterback's arm power and accuracy too.
Yeah, I mean that's some bright signs there on a little pump screen. Yeah, I mean it was a great ball, great catch. You mentioned Jesse's speed getting out there for the 92-yard touchdown pass. As I mentioned before, Beatrice travels to York next week. York trailing the Elkhorn Antlers 27-10 with 1 minute left in the third quarter. Get an update here. Norris trails by 7 to Gretna East as we hit the end of the third quarter there. Aurora.
That's another new school right there. Gretna East. Did not know that was a thing.
They've been around for a little while. That's not super new.
Oh, that was
the swinging gates.
Yeah, that was a tricky play.
That'll put a little something on film for opposing teams to watch. As Finley Omar carries it in the 2-point conversion. A little positive there to end the game.
Yeah.
You mentioned getting on the scoreboard.
I'm sure the big talking point in practice will be penalties and big plays.
That replay there, the pass
Yeah, that's
to Oltmans for the touchdown. Like I said, it's good to see fight. It's you know, when games go this way, and it's not always easy to keep your head in the right mentality. Plattsmouth is a good football team, preseason rated by the coaches. They returned a lot of players, especially up front, and that's one thing that I particularly look for at all levels when you have a offensive line that has played together. It's a big advantage going into the year, and that's exactly what Plattsmouth had, and obviously a very strong backfield too. So again, obviously not the end result you want if you're the Orangemen, but I think you can say there's definitely some fight from these kids, and
there's a lot to build off of, I think.
A lot to go off of here as we head into the season.
Just a tough first game to play, which these games you learn a lot about yourself. And I don't think Plattsmouth's going to be going anywhere in the years coming with that running back.
Yeah, I mean, and we mentioned Levi Walker, and he was the talk of the night coming in. Not sure if he got injured or if they just took him out because of the way the game was going. But Ryder Dawson has came in as a sophomore and definitely filled that role very, very well tonight. He even just returned that last kick still. So.
Well, I remember when I was in high school, Plattsmouth was a doormat of Class B, so I don't know what changed there, but it's impressive to see.
clock continues to run here, Plattsmouth will come out and I believe just take a knee to end our football game. Well, thanks for joining us tonight here from the House of Orange. Dak, appreciate your help.
It was a lot of fun.
So we can do it again sometime.
Yep.
Final score here from Cam Jurgens Field is Plattsmouth 45, Beatrice 8. We'll be back here next week, or maybe not next week, but the next home game here for the Orangemen. Go Big Go.
Go Big Go.
Thank you for attending tonight's football game. Please drive home safely. Thank you.